Hello, welcome to my channel, Favorite Readings. Today we will be doing a ancestral reading in honor of Samhain, All Hallows Eve, Halloween, whatever you may be celebrating, or if you don't, then that's okay too. It will be for our fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Now that could be for any of your natal placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node, Jupiter. Or if you're intuitively clicked on the video, then there may be some messages in here for you, and you received at divine timing. There will be 3 cards for your ancestors messages and 2 from your higher self. Now, can we get some cards from fire signs benevolent ancestors, as not all ancestors or family is for your highest good. Fire signs messages. Which way would you like me to start it? Okay. Bam! Okay. We have here for your ancestral guidance the Strength card. So they want to tell you that grace and inner strength needs to overcome the grace and inner strength to overcome challenges, the power of kindness and forgiveness. Time to embrace how wonderful you are. So you have 11 as the number, so maybe that is significant to you in a way, or maybe 2, or the fact that it is balanced, and the infinity sign is on her crown there, so you have infinite strength, they want you to know. And you have not only the strength in force, but the strength to be kind and innocent, as well as your fiery passion. You guys are fire signs, so you have fiery passion, but you also have the strength to be passive. That's the message there. You have the strength to be passive. You have the strength to forgive someone and like never talk to them again. You don't need to always have closure, is what they're trying to tell you here. That they also want to let you know from the images here is that these look like grapes, and that you'll be fruitful, and they'll be there to cheer you on. I feel like with the twinkling lights, all your ancestors are cheering you on as you're fruitful with your endeavors in being balanced between defending yourself and being gentle and keeping your inner peace. So that's the message they want to give you, is that's your guidance, is to keep remembering that you can do both. You can be both, enforce your boundaries and be vulnerable to people. I have for your second card for cautions from ancestors is that you may be trying to control situations too much. It says here that the Chariot. So it wants to caution you against not being the Chariot. You know how she's holding the reins, but they have their own wings, right? She's trusting in them to get her where they need to go. So don't forget to be like vulnerable and too controlling of a situation. Trust in your friends and your support system that they can, you know, help and be um, of of use to the situation, like teamwork, right? It's the self-discipline that comes from dedication and self-discipline. Celebrating your accomplishments. So maybe you haven't been celebrating your accomplishments too much. Um, and caution from wanting to be too much in the spotlight. Well, that's, you know, with the Leos and everything else like that, you know, um, but I don't feel that way. I feel like some of you or fire signs may be afraid of being in the spotlight and, you know, haven't been celebrating your accomplishments enough. And they want to caution you, your ancestors want to caution you from not celebrating yourself enough and maybe not allowing teamwork to happen as much. Those are the cautions. How to honor these messages is the Five of Springs, and spring cards are the Five of Wands, so action and creativity, you know. Opposing goals arise from different opinions, feeling at odds with yourself and other overly ambitious people. So even though you may get constructive criticism, which is why you might be having a problem with teamwork, constructive criticism. Now, I'm not saying let someone talk down to you or put you down or be rude, but if they're constructing criticism and it's done in a polite way, you know, I don't know why I said it that way, but if they do it in a respectable manner, you can still take their opinion, but it doesn't mean you have to implement it. That's what it's all about. People can give you advice on your journey and everything else like that, but you can still think and be like, thank you, I'll take that in consideration, and be like, I thought about it and it doesn't resonate with who I am or what I'm doing, and I appreciate you thinking of me, but I'm going to do it this way because you have free will and you're really allowed to do it. So they want you to honor your messages by knowing you have free will to go whatever direction you may need to. But they want you to know that you have the strength to be kind to yourself and listen to other people's guidance and suggestion, as well as listen to your own. And that they're always here for you and to have fun. It's showing in there that they're having fun. So you couldn't possibly have a sword battle with flowers if you didn't have an opponent. Like you could fight the tree, but you know, I don't think it would bring as much, you know, serotonin boost if it wasn't with a friend giggling, nature all around. So maybe going to nature and doing things as a team, like maybe go to an escape room or something like that, or go to a canoeing trip or a skiing trip, or you know, whatever is weather appropriate, but you would have to do it as a team. Like if you go in a canoe and you don't work as a team and you aren't willing to take suggestions, you're gonna keep going in circles and circles and circles and have to repeat the same lesson until you learn it. So you can, once you learn it, then you can glide forward. So that's the messages from your ancestor, is that, you know, sometimes you've got to work as a team to move forward. And, you know, being super independent in yourself, it's a trauma response. Not licensed doctor or anything else like that, but I know from personal experiences that it is, and it's something you gotta work on. If you so choose to, you have free will. Can't tell you what to do. Cheers. Whew. There we go. Maybe some need to drink water too. Never a bad idea. So these is the Wade Rider deck, and it'll be for your higher self messages. My fire signs, higher self messages. Take this one. They just want me to show you the Hangman and to remind you to take, a view from another perspective, and make it work out. They're showing me an image of, when you like have those bars that you put in between the door frame and you can hook your feet up to them and do a workout. So maybe they're suggesting that your higher self is letting you know that things are going to work out, that you need to get a different view and perspective that things are going to work out. And that it might be an illusion that you're telling yourself that it won't work out. Either way, I'm going to move on to the cards and not get too focused on the cutting of the decks. So we have a message from your higher self is to, it's this Six of Cups. Now, Six of Cups can be a return, a kindling of a friendship. Maybe you weren't working in a friendship or relationship or family members or anything else like that, and you or partner for collaboration, and maybe it just hasn't been working, or you've been collaborating with your inner child. I always think of inner child when I see this because it's like you taking care of your younger self and giving yourself the gift of attention or whatever it was that you were lacking, that you can now that you've built it up for yourself as you've grown older, but you're also still learning yourself, so you're not at the older stage yet. Or maybe you could be old, but you're still allowed to honor your younger self. And innocence from the white flowers as well. So maybe it'll be a rekindling of something that was innocent, like maybe you're getting to game or writing or anything else like that. Okay. But yes, the Six of Cups usually have a reunion and the rekindling. So be careful during Mercury retrograde post shadow until November 2nd. If there's any of your exes where you know it hasn't and will not work out, I'm not saying that. That is not what the rekindling is. If you want to, that's your free will. You will just have to relearn the lesson and go around in the boat until you figure it out and go out again. So, higher self is that I feel for most of you is the rekindling the relationship within yourself, and your higher self would like to have a connection, and you wants to communicate with you and show you the way. It's because, you know, you can only see so much as your human self is. Your higher self can see so many more steps than you ahead. I'll let you know what's coming if you tune in and listen. Higher self advice is the Queen of Cups. So I feel like you will be successful and abundant. That's what your advice, the advice card is. Hold on. I'm gonna pull the book for, because the one that's intuitively telling me is not the same as what I feel. Okay. No, I wasn't too far. It has to do with sensitivity. So your higher self's advice is to be a little bit more kind to yourself for your emotions. You know, um, don't be too hard on yourself, because it's like yelling. Your inner child is still always with us, right? So when you hard on yourself, it's like you're yelling at a child, and yelling at a child is, it's never good. It hurts for development. It hurts for development in adults too. So like, you know, don't be hard on yourself when you're having to learn these steps on, you know, taking other people's advice. Don't take it so hard on yourself when other people don't agree with you know, your direction and choices and opposing goals. You know, if you have to, you know, not everyone's gonna see your vision, so don't be hard on yourself and don't over explain yourself either when when they don't understand. Either way, that was all your messages from your ancestors as well as your higher self. Remember, I will not be doing personal readings at this time, so if anyone messages you and asks for money, don't give it to them. And if you could give a like or comments or subscribe if you'd like to see more, that would be much appreciated. Anyways, have a good celebration or day, depending on when you see this. All right, thanks.